Previously from MrPokke.
It looks like Honkai Star Rail has finally given up, ladies and gentlemen, because for the first time in Honkai Star Rail history, if you do not have the flagship, you are done. And today we are going to be showcasing 3 different teams in the most difficult endgame content, which is Anomaly Arbitration, without a single flagship. Hey guys, MrPokke here. So now that we have seen the high difficulty that is Anomaly Arbitration in this reset, we are now about to go ahead and attempt what happens if you do have the flagships of Honkai Star Rail. And the flagships in question is going to be version 2 Super Break, version 3 Remembrance, as well as version 4 Elation. Without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right in, starting off with a extremely relatable Panacani girlfriend. There we go. Alright, so pop that, pop that, pop that. If I see a single comment saying, why is he not using sustainless? Why is he not using sustainless? Do you think casuals play sustainless? Oh, no, right? Okay, then it's gonna be fine then. Alright, we're just gonna let him apply that. DDD activates right there. Alright, then we are gonna apply this right here. Alright, we have a lot of skill points. Let's just get that over there on the buckles. I must pop that. And then we are going to get ourselves our Firefly's transformation. Let's see that damage right there. Holy shit, guys. Now that is truly a flagship. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. That is truly a flagship amount of damage. Some might even say, if you have 3 flagships, you could just call it a fleet. Subscribe for more HSR jokes, but it does appear that our E2 not having the cooldown is gonna be absolutely popping the fuck off over here. I'm instantly gonna apply my ultimate debuff without stalling whatsoever, and we have already weakness broken, bro. Now we are just gonna slam in with our angry E2 girlfriend, which is gonna be 3 more. Oh, I stole that joke. Proof that I stole that joke. Oh, no proof. So and then what to do, and then we are just gonna be getting our 2.79, instantly applying the Dahlia ultimate for the wilted woe state once again, and then Lingsha is gonna slam back in, Dahlia is gonna slam back in, and then once this thing is gonna give me the energy, I'ma pop over my DDD, which means that we are in fact going to get ourselves a 0 cycle dispatch at 153 action value using our Panacani girlfriend. One last EBA. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Thank you for coming. Now with that out of the way, we're now going to establish into the next flagship, and that is going to be the Remembrance flagship, because I want to store Silver 9 flagship for a later portion. This is gonna be done with our T Hyacine, Cyrene, as well as caster, as well as Evernight, right? I don't have casters on my account because at the end of the day, some things are more important than casters, and those things are going to be called and there we do, right? Gets us a little bit of the DDD action. I'ma summon my jellyfish right now because we do got the energy. Team is gonna go in, gets us the DDD immediately, which is gonna be really good. And then the butterfly is gonna jump right back down for 806, which is honestly really relatable compared to our break flagship, right? 800k is relatable amount of damage. And then this is gonna be 500k, exceedingly relatable amounts of damage right now. So let's just get that, and then Team is gonna get that. I'm 1 stack away. Okay, I'm not really gonna greed anymore, so I'm pretty sure this works, right? Yeah, so we'll just increase our Evernight damage right now. Alright, increase our Evernight. Okay, I'll first give team like a bit of defense pen for the follow-up attacks. And then I will give my Evernight her out. Then for the rest of the game, I'm just gonna be focusing up on Cyrene slamming her giant titties on the enemy. Alright, big amounts of follow-up attack. I have my ultimate, so I'm just gonna cast my ultimate. That is very, very good. And then this is gonna be another follow-up attack from Teep. And then let's look at this damage right here. And that is going to be an extremely relatable amount of damage. So once Teep comes in over here, can we actually get ourselves the kill? Okay, I did think Hyacine can just kill this. Like right here. So he's probably gonna be done. Oh, we didn't even get Hyacine's little Ika. My little Ika just got scammed, guys. In any case, unfortunately, they scammed my little Ika, so we are just gonna resume our damage over here. And then I will save all of my stacks after Flame Reaver spawns in Bro's Goons. Alright, that is gonna be a good amount of damage. 1.2, Team goes for the basic, and then he's gonna give us a double hit. Alright, that is fantastic. So at this particular point, he has 1 stack of taunting. So we're gonna do the basic right here. And then after the basic, I believe at this point, we are just gonna be going for the scale. Alright, I will save until we summon this. After summoning, then I cast my Hyacine ultimate. Okay. Okay. And then from here, we are going to activate my Cyrene out so that I can reduce his stacks of damage reduction to as far as possible. Alright. Alright, big follow-up attack. And then we are just gonna do another Cyrene ultimate, which should actually clear out all of the goons right here. Okay, very, very good. One guy is fucking insane. Unless T pops off. Unless T pops off. Does T pop off? Thank you, team. And now Evernight is gonna activate a 1.9 million full clearing his goons with zero issue whatsoever. And then little Ika is just gonna eat up Flame Reaver. Except that bro is gonna be left with 1%. Except bro is gonna still be left with over here. Also, yo, AK Queen, thank you so much for the 8 months. MLBB, one fine day. Now we are gonna be activating our skill. And then we're gonna get this skill. And then after this comes back in, I'm just gonna pop open this ultimate. He's gonna be at 0 stacks of taunting, 1 stack of taunting, 2 stacks of taunting, 3 stacks of taunting, and then hopefully our Evernight out is able to clear out all these goons right here. Absolutely fucking fantastic. And then we are just gonna bob that over there. Can we get ourselves the 0 cycle, guys? Can we get the 0 cycle? Because I don't know if we can actually get the 0 cycle. I don't think we are getting the 0 cycle, which basically means... Wait, actually? We might be able to. We have a team follow-up and double Cyrene hit. So low-key, we might be able to. 15%. 13%. Cyrene. 8%. Oh my god, bruh. Okay, so I guess it is gonna be a 1 cycle clear running our Remembrance flagship, right? That was in fact our Remembrance flagship, 1 cycle dispatch, just shy of a single Evernight skill. But at the end of the day, guys, do you guys really think 0 cycle matters? That's right, though, because at the end of the day, Firefly team does have way more cost, right? Like, I'm talking double the cost of our Remembrance flagship. So, with that done, we are just gonna move on into the final showcase. Actually, you know what? Do you even think we can do this sustainers? I unironically don't think we can do this sustainers. Can we? You can? Okay, you know what? Let's just limit test this. Bro, how the hell are we gonna 0 cycle this though? Or not 0 cycle this. Now, chat, I don't think well works because like, you need the action value delay. If you don't delay them, you're gonna take way too much damage. And well cannot do shit against sub Fugue. Right? Like his ultimates and everything, it only works against prime Fugue. So it doesn't work. At least EMC can deal more damage than sub Fugue. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's just limit test this, guys. Let's limit test this. Alright, if we can't sustainless this, Then we'll slap on Huohuo. Okay. 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 Pop that. Get up. Before Silver Wolf turn activate so that we can get the certified bangers as high as we can, yeah? Okay. Yes, this is E0S1. Everyone here is E0S1. Like, actually. Right? No lies. Everyone here is E0. Holy. Okay. You know what? Let's just be for real. That shit is not happening, alright?
The pussiest Honkai star rail player that has ever lived.
Not with full E0, guys. Right? Not with full E0. So that shit is not happening. Let's just go ahead and run a normal team. Yao Guang is also E0. I did not activate the E1 Yao Guang. You know why? Because I want to be relatable. And then we are just gonna hum back into the basic. Very, very good. Let's just pop this here. And then we can get this here. And then we can get this here. Okay. Okay. That's very, very good. That's very, very good. That's very, very good. 67 hidden MMR. Absolutely fucking exceptional. Alright. 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 Chat, with all due respect, okay, do y'all really think if I had run Mei here, my Yao Guang is gonna survive against Sparxie? Like, be for real, bro, chat, right? Let's just be for real, right? Let's just be completely fucking for real, right? Be for real, right? Be for real. And that being established, let's just come here. Okay. Okay. I don't think we're gonna be able to... Okay, no, we can save up a Sparxie out, I think. Probably. Most likely. Because we should be getting 120, right? Where's the 120? Okay, 120. 1.6 million. Okay, I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna pop this. Because this elation skill should definitely kill this with the bounce. Alright, then we get a little bit more energy here. Then hopefully, when my Yao Guang auto pops in against Sparxie, he's done. Alright, that's very, very good. Then we instantly bounce into this wave. Then once our enhanced form expires, he will be donezo. Okay, I mean, we can just go all in. Because if we don't all in, it's gonna be wasteful anyways. As we get as many of those thingamabobs right there. Alright, a lot of them free skill points. Then when Silver Wolf comes back in, we are gonna instantly bring Sparxie up. And then Sparxie is gonna give me the extra turn. And then Sparxie pulls us back up. Okay, so after we get an extra turn, we can pop this. Then pop the Yao Guang, alright? So because we have this thing called the Elation Shield, right? If you deal elation damage against the goons in the subfield, they will reduce the 50% damage reduction because you are in fact playing against an elation shield unit, if I can say so myself, right? I see, because the elation shielding is gonna be very, 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 very nice for us. Gets us a little bit more here. Then after Silver goes, we should definitely be able to clear out the entire field, right? Okay, this should come on. Okay, maybe we don't even need it. Sparxie might just clear this entire wave. Thank you, Sparxie. Thank you. That was, in fact, very, very kind of you. So now that we are going to come back over here, then we can slam in our damage with another free elation skill because this boss is, in fact, an elation shield boss. Right? So now we're going to be able to get to ideally 120 hidden MMR. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, the fact that that did not kill her is a little bit silly. But we are just gonna start stacking all of our skills. And hopefully Sparxie's EVA into the ultimate can actually get us the required amount of damage. Thank you, Sparxie. Thank you, right? And now, bro will instantly pull my Silver Wolf back up. And then hopefully, I'm able to get rid of this entire field in a... Okay, I don't think we're getting out the entire field. So we probably need like a second EVA. But it should be... oh, that's actually quite far away. That's very... Okay, I'm just gonna get us more rest. Alright, more rest. Alright. Alright, and then he's gonna hit Silver Wolf. Okay, that was a little bit scary, but I think it's gonna be okay. Then when this thing expires, we lose the field, but our elation skill at 66 will instantly deal the damage required so that I can bring back up to my ultimate as fast as humanly possible, which is going to be seen right here, right? So this will give me my ultimate right now, which means that it does appear we are going to be getting our out. Very good. 1%. Okay, so we can carry over to the next wave, so there's no wastage. And then we can instantly slam this for 770k because our damage is absolutely non-existent without 120, as well as the lack of the Guang debuff. But now Huohuo can ideally get... Okay, it does look like our elation flagship is gonna be a little bit far from the 0 cycle as of this particular rotation right here. Yo, Disaster Pain, thank you so much for the 6 months. But okay, it's really close to a 0 cycle. Right, it's really close to a 0 cycle, right? Bro, our Remembrance flagship 1 cycle with E2's chat. So like our full E0 elation getting us a 1 cycle should be a more than acceptable amount of damage, considering we don't even have the Hyacine just yet, right? We don't have the Hyacine just yet. So we went from a 4 cycle, right? We went from a 4 cycle to a 1 cycle. If you spend Sparxie in the south field, it will be a 0 cycle. You know what? We'll leave that for the future, right? So I think we have demonstrably proven that Anomaly Arbitration does not need the main push, guys. You do not need the main push because so what if you cannot 3-star, right? It doesn't really matter that much if you can't 3-star. So as long as you play the units that you love to play without a single main push, I think you are going to be... Okay, you lose 1 resin, guys. Is this 1 resin gonna change your lives? Really? You're gonna use this 1 resin to get yourself the speed double crit with 40 CV. Be for real. Be for real. Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, so basically I'm saying you must pull for the flagship, because if you don't spend a kabillion stellar jades and you lose this resin, your account is bricked. I see. Before we wrap up this video, there is just one more thing I want to do for Anomaly Arbitration before we actually see the king itself, and that is, I have no idea how my free-to-play account is gonna manage this, because my free-to-play account does not have the Super Blade flagship. She does not have the Elation flagship. The only flagship my free-to-play account has is Remembrance. So Bob is gonna be left with an E0 S0 Herda, an E0 S0 Alexa, an E0 S0 Mighty, and the only saving grace is my E1 S0 Archer. So stay tuned for our free-to-play experience in the latest Anomaly Arbitration, where our day is gonna be. Stay tuned. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, use code POKE, your Gamer Subs, all the best for Gacha Pools, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Alright, Bob can pull Firefly, guys. Yep, let me just invest 500 pulls for E2 S1 Firefly, E0 S1 Dahlia, claim my free run mate, and I 0 cycle 1 of it. Yep, that's absolutely one.